What up, crypto lovers and enthusiasts? TGIF. Happy Friday. 2 days in a row of green on the daily, but we're going to take a look at Bitcoin before the halving. The halving is scheduled to take place around 9 hours. It is a moving target. They thought 420, but it seems like it'll probably happen today, the 19th, in around 9 hours time. All right, so we're going to take a look at what could happen in the short term. I'm going to share some info there, and then we're going to take a look at my buys, and then we're going to call it a day. We're going to take a look at the buys that I made today: Trias, Sinverse, Grow, AGC, AgroCoin, or Devolved AI, and Trex 20. Let's take a look at all those charts. And so without further ado, let's do this. Bitcoin. All right, on the daily, 2 days in a row, we are just about there on the halving. And what you guys should know, okay, if you don't know, historically speaking, 1 month of the halving, right, 1 month after the halving, Bitcoin has either been negative or just barely positive. But a year after the halving, Bitcoin has seen some very, very good gains. Okay, so I mean, keep that in mind while you see this. I made some buys because I did see some green, and my portfolio is still way off its all-time highs. Okay, way off its all-time highs. And so there's still opportunities. So what I did here is I looked at what of the projects that I've targeted to buy, right? I looked at what is still down and what I wanted to get into. So I did make those 5 buys, and that's what more or less you should do, guys. The window is honestly closing. I did say that we could see some sideways action chop, and that could be so. Definitely, probably for the first month, maybe a little bit up, or maybe negative again. But after that, I do see maybe like a slow grind up or sideways chop a little bit, but slowly grinding up. I just really do not see us going past this ascending line, below this ascending line, okay? And as of today, that ascending line is at 55,290, and I don't think we get there today. All right, but you never know. 2 green days in a row. It could be a sell of news. People are pumping it up to just bring it back down a little bit. So just be very careful. Make your buys. Be smart. Nibble in DCA, and you'll be all right. Let's take a look at this on the weekly. Weekly looks a little bit more bearish, doesn't it? Right? Finally, three weeks a row in green, but we can also see. Let's see. We can also see those big wicks. Okay, what do those big wicks mean? It means that people are buying when it drops down here. The wicks get eaten up by buys. Same here. Last 3 weeks. Okay. Although we do see 3 weeks in a row, so let's see if that'll continue into next week. This one, the current one that we're in, will close on Sunday, so we have a couple of days left. On the weekend, who knows what will happen. And then on the monthly is interesting because we have had 7 months in a row on the monthly, right? 7 months in a row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 green months. Something has to give. Do you believe that we're gonna have an 8th green month in a row? I mean, it's possible. Like, you can, if you flip a coin, it's possible that you get 8 in a row. But what are the probabilities? I think with each month that stays green, the next one the probabilities are a little bit lower that it stays green. So I mean, it was needed. We needed to cool off, and so far we are for this month. We still have how many days left for this month to end? On 30th. Okay, 11 days before this month ends. Right now, the price of Bitcoin is 64,650. To get us green, we'd have to be over 71,300. Doable in 11 days. But let's see what happens. I think maybe we kind of stay here and stay below the 69,179 mark. I have capital that I borrowed, and with the buys that I made today, I've only put in a little over 10% of what I want. You got to be. It's tricky because you don't want It's tricky because you don't want to put it all in at once, and at the same time you don't want to be one of those guys just waiting forever for a price that'll never come. Okay, so you gotta kind of just nibble. And look to see what's green, what's red out of the tokens that you targeted. All right, target your tokens, make your plan, and then stick to your plan as best you can. Adjust it if needed, but try to stick to your plan as best you can. All right. So that's Bitcoin. That's some little bit of advice. Let's take a look at the other things that make me think that this month, after the halving, could be bearish. All right. Well, aside from history, we're still here. We're still on the lower part of this channel, right? More or less, the half is right here. So we're on the lower part of it. the longer we stay there, eventually I think we probably drop a little bit. Like I said, something like this is possible to see. Do you see that? That little drop, boom, boom, and then the slow grind up. Maybe not as quickly as this, a little bit slower. Maybe a grind up like this, okay? Boom, boom, and then just kind of grind, playing around this line, and eventually starting moving up more. All right, I still see it that way. Let's look at the other things that kind of give me pause or kind of say maybe. DXY, the dollar, okay? We haven't been able to get past out of this area. We haven't even really touched this area, so that's good. This area of resistance. We're kind of playing between this area of resistance and support right here, although we haven't touched that either. Could be that it's just taking a little bit of a pause, a breather, before it tries to break through here. If it breaks through here, I think we reject here at 106, and then probably come back down here to 105 and see if this area supports. Maybe has a little bit more room to grow, but eventually I think it's going to go the other way. If it does keep moving up a little bit, then that's why I think that Bitcoin could be going sideways for a little while. This is kind of gives me pause too. The Dow Jones, quite a few days just dropping, right? The Nasdaq, quite a few days just dropping, and the S&P 500, quite a few days just dropping. Okay, the whole week. So that kind of gives me pause. Let's take a look at this right here. That's the 2-year bonds, 10-year. We made it past this line right here, didn't we? Now let's see if we keep it. That's interesting. Although that's the only thing. I mean, to me, again, my overall bias is upside, but I think this next 30 days could be either sideways or a little low. Okay, that's how I see it. I'm gonna stick to that. Hopefully I'm wrong. We'll see what happens. And now let's get to now let's get to my buys. Okay. First one, Trias. With the buy that I made today, my average buy is at $8 on the buys that I made here. I think I made 3 buys. What do I have? Yeah, 3 buys on Trias, and it's at 906. Interesting. So maybe under $10, I think is a great deal. It could be that we just don't see this area up anymore, and we kind of either stay up above here. If Bitcoin drops more, Bitcoin drops a little bit more, then I can see us coming back down and testing, but it's already dropped a lot, Trias, and so I'm like, okay, cool. I still have some more buys to make. Let's see what happens. Hopefully I'll buy them all under $10. That would be ideal. Hopefully it drops down a little bit, but we'll see. Seeing this, I'm like, okay, let me make my buys. I'm still gonna be cautious. I'm not gonna FOMO in and buy now. Although the price at $9.06 is okay, but my average buy is $8.07. I want to preserve that. Hopefully it'll drop down below $9. We'll see what happens. Synverse. Okay, look at all that. Look at that drop. Look at that drop. Sell pressure. A lot of people selling, but that's okay. Let them sell. Let them sell. Eventually, this thing will turn around. I made my buy today, dropped my average buy from this round, and I've made 4 buys on Synverse, and I have a huge amount of Synverse. I'm not gonna lie. Next one, Grow. This one right here. Boom. Stuck in between here, right? We haven't really gone below this, so this area of 40 cents seems to be pretty good. Right now, it's dropped. My average buy is 45. I might make another little buy here, but I'm gonna see what happens. I think maybe after the halving, I think maybe we see a slight little drop, and we could probably I'll be buying then, because you just don't know how long these drops will last for. I don't know how long this downturn, if you could call it a downturn, I guess, this dip is gonna last for either. So I'm trying to not be too fast and not be too slow either. It's tough, as I mentioned. But anyways, 44 cents right now. Triathlon, right? Grow, indirect exposure to Trias, right? And an AI play at a good price right here. I don't know that we drop too much below it, but if we get some wicks, I will be buying again. Trias. Next one is AGC. I had one more buy left, not with the capital that I used. I mean that I borrowed, so it didn't count against that capital. It was just one waiting on that. This is on the Polygon network on my MetaMask. I had one buy earmarked, and I was trying to get underneath here, but so far it hasn't. I think it still will at some point. It lowered my average. That one buy lowered my average to 89 cents right now, which is at 63 cents. So I can still lower it. I still have like 10 more buys I want to make on this, but I'm just trying to see if it drops below this line right here, this 57 cents, 56 cents area, and if I catch it as close to 33 cents as possible. I don't know if we get here. Hopefully we do. Time will tell. I like this project. Devolved AI, another AI play, and finally the last one, TX20 right here. Okay, as you can see, after quite a few days of red dropping, we see some green, although it is still a lower high, right? Comparatively, except for this one. But I mean, compared to these, yes. And so let's see. Hopefully, maybe we do base a little bit. Hopefully, I can catch it under 5 cents. Today's buy did drop my average buy from 8 to 7 cents. It's at 5.7. Yeah, it's at 5 cents right now. 5.7 cents right now. So we'll see. Hopefully it'll drop down a little bit more and I can catch it right down here into the 4s. Eventually, I think this thing is going to start turning, go sideways, and eventually start moving up. Okay, brand new project, so this is kind of to be expected. I like this project. I think it's going to do well. TRX20. So I made my first out of 10 buys today on TRX20 that I have scheduled for it, and that's it. I think that's it, guys. I think that's all I really wanted to share with you guys. Back to BTC, 2 green days, but it could be that they're just, and it's really nothing has changed here, right? It's just the lower half of this, 2 green days, excitement over the halving, and then maybe back here to test this, and maybe we do break it. We'll see. Or maybe it does start moving up again. Who knows? And starts trying to get up into the upper half and break through. But history says that probably is not the case. All right, we'll leave it there, guys. Guys, if you can, please like, please subscribe, please leave a comment. I'm trying to grow this channel, although I do see the numbers slowly moving up. If it goes up more, that would be helpful. Hey, have you guys a great weekend. Be smart in your moves, okay? Try not to FOMO. DCA is the best way to go. All right, be smart. Things are gonna be good. If your portfolio is still down, try to find the projects that you still like and nibble at them. All right, nibble at them, because we don't know how long this dip will last for. All right, cool. See you guys Monday. Have a good one. Peace.